We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Robert Hunt, who has been playing outstanding this season. Definitely his best season yet. He's improved a lot, too, and he was probably been the Dolphins' best O-lineman over the past couple of years. Overall, Dolphins O-line is playing pretty decent, with Hunt, Williams, and Armstead playing really well. Eichenberg, and then who's ever playing right tackle, either Little or Jackson, have been very inconsistent, but Hunt, from pretty much every situation, in pass pro, in the running game, he's creating movement. He's just really understanding angles, using his hips, getting to the second level. He plays with a nasty streak to him, and he's been a perfect fit in McDaniel's scheme. He understands what he's doing, and just getting to the right spot, working angles, everything has been beautiful from Robert Hunt. So let's get right into this one. This is a really good rep, start to finish from Hunt, just cutting off this D tackle, using his hips, taking a perfect angle, and he sustains this block literally 10 yards down the field. Just absolutely beautiful stuff from Hunt. We'll break this down a little more slowly. Really love watching this. Dolphins been running this pitch off the fullback motion instantly, and he's just cutting him off right away. Get your hat across, your reach blocking. He gets his hips in the right position. He's doing everything perfect right here. Gets off the ball quickly, has a nice bend to him, nice balance, base, everything. He gets hands inside the chest and just sustains all the way down the field, basically allowing, if Mostert wanted to cut back, work off the back of the running back here. You want to give your back. It's just absolutely perfect. Everything. This is one of my favorite reps Hunt had all season, and the ability to just carry the D tackle like 10, 15 yards down the field. Really impressive stuff from Hunt, and he's super excited about it. The best run the Dolphins had in this game, and it was a big part, from pretty much everyone getting their job done, but just really good rep, reaching, getting across, everything. Really good work from Robert Hunt. This is a very nuanced pass pro rep from Robert Hunt here. They actually slide. They do this. Dolphins have been doing this a lot this year, sliding Williams to the left to give Eichenberg some help. So they've been leaving him one-on-one versus D tackles a lot through the first 4 weeks. And then right here, wide based, shoots that left hand, then brings in the right hand. He's low. He's got a nice bend to him. And then just watch his left hand here. He's in a hand fight, and he's able to reset that hand to re-win this leverage battle, regain everything. This is super impressive stuff from O-lineman. It's not easy to be able to reset your hands like this, because he shoots this full hand, left hand off of him, reset under to regain this anchor, stop him in his tracks. He does a good job, just aggressive setting. He doesn't really take any steps out of his base right there, and just attacks the D tackle, and the ability to reset those hands. Really impressive stuff. Love to see the nuance and the growth that he's had in pass pro. Pass pro is not passive. Just watch Robert Hunt always look for work. This is my favorite time to watch him, is when he doesn't have anyone. He passes them off and just starts looking for work and taking guys out. He really loves. He's got that nasty streak to him, which you need as an O-lineman. I mean, this guy's lined up head over him as a two-tech, but he takes the wide angle. Their edge drops, so he passes him off to Little. And then once he's completely passed off, he gets his head on a swivel, starts looking for work, knows someone will probably be working to his left inside A-gap right here, and he just goes for it, drops his shoulder into him, helps get him to the ground, but he's always looking for work. Love that he's aware that pass pro is not passive, so he's very active in that area. Very good rep in pass pro from Hunt. One-on-one, they slide away from him, and he does a good job. He even gets over, lunges a little bit too much here, and is able to reset that hand again, and he's got pretty good hand placements. Just, he gets off balance. He shoots over. His weight is a little bit too out in front over the top here, but he still has that wide base, maybe a little bit too wide, but overall, I would rather have him have a wide base than a narrow base. And the ability to recover is important too, even when you're not in the best positioning, to recover, reset that hands, and he just stays sustained the whole time. Keep this pocket clean, widen the D tackle, allow the quarterback to make a throw, and then that was an absolute dime from Tua. This was probably his best play of the game, to layer this throw over the coverage, perfect ball placement. Really wanted to show that one, because Tua was, other than the interception, he was dealing in this game. But yeah, really good rep from Robert Hunt in pass pro again. Love to see them that they're trusting him to stand on an island, and even when everything's not perfect from a technical standpoint, he's still able to keep the pocket clean and win by recovering. Pretty good athleticism there too. Robert Hunt has to reach block, and the guy is lined up on like an inside shade, giving him like a 2-eye look. Like he's gonna easily get his hips, his hat across, and just cut you off. Give that running back the outside lane and work off the back if he needs to cut this back to the inside. Just everything beautiful here. Good fluid hips. Gets that wide hand, gets that into the shoulder so he can get his hips around here, using his hands to flip his hips, get his head across, give the running back a clear lane if needed right here. Just everything beautiful about this. He's won this rep instantly. If you look at everyone else, like Williams is trying to get out there, linebacker, everyone else is just slightly out of position, and Hunt has just dominated his rep versus the 2-eye right here. Definitely a rep he should win based on the D-tackle's technique, but just really good work flipping those hips around. I think the hips has been the most impressive part of his game. Just a fluid athlete for a guy of his size. This time you get to see him reach on the 3-tech here. Really good work. Like the run doesn't end up working out just because Mostert cuts it up to the inside of Hunt, but he's able to reach him and get his hat across, get the hips across, and if there was a little more space to the outside, I think Mostert would have taken it, but this is an impressive rep. It's not easy to reach, so you can see that like first step, get out of your base right there, get out of your stance, and he shows the burst. I think there's the 4 Bs: bend, burst, balance, and base. Those are very important for an O-lineman, and Hunt is pretty good at all 4 of them. So he gets out of his line right here, and he's just hand fighting, resetting those hands, getting that hat across, then want to cut him off with your hips. He did his job exactly what he was supposed to, but everything else is kind of blocked. Like there's penetration off the edge here, so it kind of forces Mostert to cut this back to the inside. But if everything else worked well, if Little was able to widen him a little bit more, this could have been a big run to the outside because Hunt was able to cut him off, get this really nice reach block on the 3-tech. Like one of the only reps I found Hunt working like against like a real twist or a stunt. There was nothing else, but he did a pretty good job passing this off. It's not perfect, but he's able to process this, see the end looping around, get in the way, give Bridgewater enough time to get this ball out. So pretty good rep. I mean, Little is a little late to see this, but good work extending those hands too. He is physical. He passes this off to Little really well. He's kind of disrupts the timing of this too. He's able to then see the end looping around, get back, get your hips in front of him, reset those the base too, active feet. You can see the good footwork here to get in front, and he gets kind of collapsed into the pocket with Bridgewater, but based on everything that happened there, he was kind of taking on 2 guys at once. So yeah, pretty good rep. I think that this shows that if he faces this more in the future, and I mean it's gonna be tough working because he's the guy that's working on the right side with Little or Jackson. He's the one who's been flipping around. Williams sliding to the left again, helping Eichenberg, and then Armstead 101 on the outside. But this is pretty good work, start to finish from Hunt. This was one of Robert Hunt's best reps in the run game all season. Look at the push he creates to get this touchdown for Edmonds. Just moves this D-tackle out of his gap, creating so much space there. Really love this rep. You just see the power that he can play with. He gets off the ball here with some good burst. He gets low. Him and Williams does a really good job too of helping him combo to get control and then getting up to the linebacker. So just really good work by these two, and then creates this huge hole. Gives Edmonds a one-on-one in space versus a safety, and just there's too much space there. Edmonds dips the shoulder. Just really, really beautiful rep from Robert Hunt, creating this space in the running game. Really haven't seen this too much. This is why the Dolphins have been running to the right a lot this season. They trust Hunt and Williams and Little a little more in the run game than they would trust Eichenberg, because I think Eichenberg is definitely the weakest run blocker, and Armstead is a good run blocker, but he's more known for being like the protector, pass pro, really good. And they just love running behind Hunt because he creates so much movement and he can run so many different things scheme-wise, inside zone, outside zone, gap scheme runs, and just creates all this space for the touchdown. Last play that I wanted to break down about the legend that is Robert Hunt. You know, ever since the Ravens game last year where he caught that ball and dove into the end zone, he's been just kind of a meme, but a legend. And every play this season, every big run play that we've had in every game, Robert Hunt has been like a big catalyst for that. This is like the big run at the end of the game versus the Ravens, the touchdown versus the Bills, the big run versus the Bengals. He's just moves Calais Campbell, creates this huge lane, allows Campbell to shoot up field because Campbell's thinking it's a pass because they've been passing all series. They're trying to get in field goal touchdown range to win the game. Campbell shoots upfield. He allows it to happen and just uses those hips, those hands, drives him upfield, creates all this space for Edmonds. Just a huge gap. Beautiful from start to finish from Hunt. Really, when I went through his tape here, I only found like a handful of bad reps, and they weren't that bad. There was like one bad rep that I thought was like really bad, but all O-linemen have at least one bad rep a game. But for the most part, he only had like a few bad reps. The rest were either solid to really good, and I think he's been just super consistent this year, which the Dolphins O-line really needed. And I think Mike McDaniel's scheme is super offensive line friendly, and it's really helped Hunt. And you can just tell he's grown as a player. He's learned a lot too from a mental standpoint in the game, processing those types of things that he sees in front of him, knows where to attack, knows the angle he needs to work. His hands have improved too. Good, his footwork, his base, just needs to work maybe on his balance at times, but he's got pretty good balance. I'm just saying, like, with his body, he needs to be in better positioning, not over lunging. But he does a pretty good job recovering. He's a pretty good athlete. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.